What's going on, everybody? It is Joe. Welcome to the channel today. I don't know about you, but I am getting frustrated with the market. I am ready for this bull market to happen. I feel like it's still going to happen, and it just keeps going down. Today it's another day in the red for most of crypto, and it is frustrating. I feel like there's good news everywhere, and you look at X and you look at all the information that's coming out, and it just seems like we should be trending up and we are going down. So we're going to touch on that today. I believe there's some manipulation going on, and that's kind of what's explaining this right now. It seems to be the only logical explanation with all the good news out there surrounding crypto, that it would be manipulation that's causing this. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what does Ondo partnership mean for XRP. I think that's very bullish, so we're going to touch on some good things today. We're going to touch on, can XRP reach $100 and why that might happen. I think it's possible. We're going to touch on that. And then stick with me until the end of the video, because I found some interesting comments today from David Schwartz from this morning. And I hadn't really thought about it, like how he was explaining it. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts about what he was saying, and curious to hear your thoughts. So I'm going to want your comments below. I want to talk with you guys about it, and because I had never thought about market cap, supply cap like that, and so we'll dive into that. So stick with me to the end and we'll go over that. But for starters, let's talk about the prices today. Oh, everything's in the red. Litecoin's actually up 5%, but everything for the most part down. Solana down 7%, Ethereum 4%, XRP 5%, Bitcoin 1%. Bitcoin dropped below $95,000, so it's not looking good for crypto today. Ready for it to go back up, getting frustrated, but hey, that's crypto for you. You got to stay patient, you got to ride those waves. If you've been in it for a while, you know those bear markets, or those times where it's kind of flatlining, are good times to buy. The fear and greed index still at 38 like it was the past couple of days. What I like to think of is when the fear drops, that's a good time to buy. That's not financial advice, but I'm going to show you here on this next page that generally that is a good time. So let's dive into that now. So looking at the fear index chart, fear and greed index chart, look at every time it drops to this 34 to 38 range. Like we were down in that 34 to 38 range down here. What happened next? Oh, we shot way up. We didn't go down lower. Next time we got down into that range, oh, we shot back up. And then next time got down into that range, oh, shot up, down in that range, shot back up, down in that range. Now we shot way back up. Now we're down in that range again. So looking at that, looking at this chart, I like to think of when the fear drops to that 34 to 38 range, typically it means we're about to enter into a cycle that's more positive. We're about to enter that bull market. We're about to get in that cycle where we close in on high greed levels, and when those high greed levels come, typically means crypto is doing quite well. People are getting in, people are flooding the markets. So I feel like this is just a precedent. When we get into these 34 to 38 range, we shoot up. We get down there again, we shoot up. We get down there again, shoot up, down there again, and now we go back. And so I think that time is coming. We just gotta stick with it. I hope you guys are dollar cost averaging through this bear market. I guess I wouldn't call it a bear market, but it's not a bull market. But if you guys are dollar cost averaging, you are stacking more for less at this time before we enter into that bull market that hopefully comes. That being said, let's dive into why crypto might be going down at the moment. So the last big altcoin crash happened after the transfer between Binance and Tron. Are they going to do it again? Time will tell. Stay alert. And there are some big transactions. Just as I said, Binance and its team have started crashing altcoins again. They do this all the time. Whether it's Binance or not, we don't officially know. A lot of people seem to think Binance is manipulating the market right now. They are performing that. And so here's another guy that believes that as well. Market manipulation on Binance at its finest. This is the 1-minute chart for XRP and Bitcoin. They both dump exactly at the same time in massive volumes, exact same time. These are not whales or institutions sitting there in a chat session going 1, 2, 3, go dump now. These are sophisticated bots that operate across multiple coins with a war chest of 100 millions. Wouldn't surprise me if it was Binance doing this themselves. I mean, who is watching them? No one. No one reviews trades, cross-match against order books and users. Retail and anyone trying to trade this to make profit short-term is either gambling or using bots themselves. This is insane. No wonder everyone gets wrecked. You buy it, it dumps. You sell, it pumps. I don't know about you guys, but having been in the crypto market for nearly a decade and trying to time the market, that is exactly what typically would happen when anyone I talk to tries to time the market, is when you buy, crypto always seems to dump. That greed index gets up to a certain point, you buy, it dumps, that's popular. And then all of a sudden you sell, you're like, oh, like I'm getting nervous, I'm going to sell. Next thing you know, it pumps and it goes the opposite way. So then it goes on to say the only way to participate, in my opinion, is and win is to hodl, hold on for dear life. Just don't sell until you make large profits over time. Not financial advice. And then you can see the price of Bitcoin and XRP today, how they just both completely dump at the same time and have been going along the same path. So that's pretty much what I've been trying to say over and over again, is that when you're looking at crypto and you're getting into crypto, you can't look at it as a get-rich-quick scheme. You got to look at it in the big picture, look at it over time, not worry about all these ups and downs, hold on for dear life, hodl, put the money you can afford to lose away and just let it ride. Like, plan on it being a long-term investment and just let it go. Don't look at it. Continue to dollar cost average if that's your style, and then you don't have to worry about all the manipulation that goes on, because it is definitely evident. I don't think there's really any other way to explain what's going on right now with all the good news that's there surrounding crypto. So before we get into the next slide, if you guys could please comment below, if you guys could please like the video, if you could please subscribe, that would mean the world to me, and I greatly appreciate your support. That being said, let's dive into some better news surrounding XRP right now. Today, there's another XRP ETF acknowledgement from the SEC government. We have now seen Bitwise Invest, 21 shares, and Grayscale be acknowledged so far, and we still have 2 to go. But we got a third ETF acknowledgement from the SEC, which is huge news for XRP. Another step in the right direction, and another step closer to this point, to finally getting this clarity with the SEC, I believe. So I'm excited about that, even though there's a lot of negative sentiment around the space right now. There are still enough positive remarks that keep me bullish. Going on that, this was an interesting poll that I found from Patrick Bet-David. He is Yankees minority owner and the PBD podcast host. He has, what was that, 2 million followers? 1.2 million followers, and 178,000 people saw this poll. And he asked which crypto has the best long-term technology. Well, look what won out. XRP coming in at 44%, Bitcoin at 35%. A lot of people are saying this is because there's more XRP people on X, and that's why it won out, which it might have something to do with it, but this is a very large sample size. 178,000 people voted in this poll, and XRP had 44% of the vote. That's a massive number. It beat Bitcoin by 9%, and that's saying something. Like, there are a lot of people believing in XRP. The XRP army is real. The XRP army is very real, and I feel like it's going to propel XRP to the finish line, which is coming. So I found this quite interesting, and I do believe that the XRP army spoke for itself right here with this poll. 178,000 people voted. That is a very large sample size, so do with that information what you want. With that, I said we'd talk about Ondo again, and I think Ondo is huge for XRP, so please give me your thoughts below about XRP and Ondo and what that's going to mean for XRP. And I'm going to dive into this thread here, and would love to hear your thoughts. So, the XRP ledger just made a massive move into traditional finance. Ripple teams up with Ondo Finance to bring U.S. Treasuries onto blockchain. This changes everything. So think about this. The world's safest asset is coming to XRP. Not in years, not in months. It's happening right now. And smart money is paying attention. Wall Street kept saying crypto wasn't ready for real finance, but Ripple just proved them wrong. US Treasuries on XRP means 24/7 trading, instant settlement, and zero waiting time. I don't know about you guys, but that's all very good news. The numbers don't lie. XRP's decentralized exchange already handles $400 million monthly. Add tokenized treasuries to that mix, the potential volume is mind-blowing. So if they're able to add those treasuries into the mix, what's that going to mean for XRP? Here's what makes this huge. Traditional finance moves slow. It takes days to settle trades. Costs too much. XRP fixes this. Instant settlements, tiny fees, always running. I've noticed this as well. I was in the banking world. I was in the finance world. Like, moving money from bank to bank, from country to country, takes time, it takes money, and it is not as easy as what this will be. Moving treasuries onto that is going to be game changer for the industry. Banks and funds aren't just watching anymore, they're joining in. When you can trade US Treasuries instantly on XRP, the old way of doing things looks ancient. It is about time. I've been waiting for this. This is why I love XRP. This is exactly why. Remembering when people said XRP was just for payments, now it's becoming the go-to platform for institutional finance. This is what real adoption looks like. Let's talk competition. ETH has been the king of tokenized assets, but with high fees and slow speeds, XRP might just take the crown. The race is on. Now that would really be something. I know the market cap of Ethereum is still about just over twice the amount of XRP, but I would honestly not be surprised if XRP flips Ethereum this cycle with all this good news surrounding XRP at the moment, with the potential that I see XRP having, and with Ethereum kind of staying the same for around the last 4 years. It's gone up and it's gone down, but for the most part this time of the year, XRP's almost been the same, or Ethereum's almost been the same price. Like, XRP, I think, can truly flip Ethereum this cycle, and if it does, I think this will be a key reason why. And this isn't just about hype, it's about real use cases, real institutions, real money. Ripple and Ondo are building the future of finance right now. The best part, this is just the start. Once institutions see how easy it is to use XRP for treasuries, what other assets will they bring on chain? Smart money moves first. They're not waiting for headlines. They're not waiting for FOMO. They're moving in now while everyone else is still thinking about it. Bottom line, XRP is becoming what we always knew it could be, a bridge between traditional finance and crypto. The future is here and it's built on XRP. So with that, it's going to be the bridge between traditional finance and crypto. I talked about that in my last video, and David Schwartz talked about that quite a bit, is that you can't just implement a whole new financial system with crypto and expect us to just hop from one to the other. There's got to be a bridge there. There's got to be something that takes us from the traditional finance to this world of crypto, and that utilizes both and has a utility in both spaces. And I truly believe XRP can do that, and I believe this thread explains that very, very well. So take that for what you will. Not financial advice, but very, very encouraging for XRP in my mind. Going off that, with the RLUSD, this is how it will send it to $100 according to this post. Say you have a bank in country A that wants to send money to country B. Traditionally, it would need to hold reserves in country B's currency or use correspondent banking, which is slow and expensive. With RLUSD, the stablecoin, and XRP, the bank in country A converts fiat to RLUSD. Then the RLUSD is converted to XRP for fast global transfer. The XRP is transferred to RLUSD or local fiat in country B. Very, very simple. As demand for RLUSD increases, so does the utilization of XRP as the intermediary settlement layer. XRP's liquidity improves, attracting more market participants and increasing its prices due to higher demand. Institutions see Ripple's ecosystem as a viable alternative to SWIFT, driving further adoption of XRP as a key asset. So this is also why many people think it's going to go to 100, or even 1,000. I don't necessarily think it could get to 1,000, but if everything goes perfectly well for Ripple and RLUSD and XRP, I guess that is possible. We'll talk about that in the next post as well. But in order for all of these transactions to happen on the network, XRP is going to have to be priced higher so the price doesn't fluctuate as much. Because if XRP is at $3 and you're sending billions of dollars, and there's billions of dollars going across the network, the price is going to fluctuate quite a bit. And Ripple, XRP, RLUSD, they cannot be having that. So if this was all to happen, if it did, the adoption into SWIFT, the alternative to SWIFT, were to take place, that's where we could see XRP get to those $100 price points. And I don't know about you guys, but that's a 40x from here. That would be pretty wild. We're trading right around $250 today. So getting to $100, 40x, I would be very, very happy with that. And I don't think it's all that impossible for it to happen. There are talks everywhere. You see Garlinghouse, you see David Schwartz, you hear and see them all over the news right now. And I think there's legs to this. So let me know your thoughts below on what you think. With talking about David Schwartz, I came across the thread today where he responded and had an interaction with someone and was talking about the supply of Bitcoin and XRP. And so I kind of wanted to dig in on that and get your guys' thoughts, because I'm not really sure what to think of it, to be honest. So it started off saying, I have never heard Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, or anyone else at Ripple tell us to buy XRP. Funny that Michael Saylor spends a lot of time telling everyone that they should buy Bitcoin. If you have to tell people to buy it, then then it's got issues. I can kind of see that. Like, that kind of makes sense. Like, hey, they aren't advocating to buy XRP. They're just doing their thing, showing the use cases, showing how it's going to be adopted. Whereas Michael Saylor spends the majority of his time trying to convince people to buy Bitcoin. So you can take that how you want. That's not the point of this post, though. They'll dive into it. So someone responded, there's enough XRP for everyone on the planet to have plenty. Bitcoin has a significantly lower cap, and he's not talking about market cap, he's talking about supply cap. There is no harm in pointing people in the right direction. XRP and Bitcoin are not equal. So then we got David Schwartz coming in, responding, and this is where it gets interesting to me. The market cap of Bitcoin is higher than the market cap of XRP. That's where he said he was talking about supply cap. And then we go, okay, so how do you compare 21 million Bitcoin to 100 billion XRP to decide which is greater? You can't ignore the units when you compare. For the same reason you can't say 100 inches is greater than 80 miles. So he's saying you're comparing apples and oranges, essentially. You can't compare them strictly off of that. Quite interesting. And then says he doesn't understand them. And let's see, isn't that arbitrary and totally meaningless thing to measure, though? Why would you do that? It's like comparing pounds of flour to grains of rice. Yes, you could measure full coins, but why would you do that? As for the high-level point, there are some similarities and differences between XRP and Bitcoin. If someone is misleading people about those similarities and differences, that's bad. But I do think that nonsensical supply comparisons like this do in fact mislead people. Measured in dollars, the supply of Bitcoin is greater than XRP. There is no meaningful sense in which Bitcoin is scarcer than XRP. So his point here is that, like, if, say, everyone had $100,000 and everyone that had $100,000 bought XRP, everyone who had $100,000 bought Bitcoin, there would be more people that could buy $100,000 of Bitcoin than they could $100,000 of XRP. Because when you multiply how many there are by the price, there's way more dollar values of Bitcoin available, meaning it's less scarce, meaning more people can have access to Bitcoin than XRP. But at the same time, it's harder to own one Bitcoin than one XRP. So I can see both sides, but I do get what David Schwartz is saying. Like, there is more money in Bitcoin right now, and so technically it is less scarce than XRP. But none of these things are meaningful, comparable, because they're all in different units. You have to convert to common units before you can compare to measurements. If you can't do that, the measurements are incomparable. Let me put it another way. If we all decided to measure Bitcoin in Satoshis from now on, would it be meaningful to say that the supply of anything had increased? Isn't there just as much of everything as there was before? So I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. Is this a good way of thinking about it? Is this not a good way of thinking about it? How do you take this information. Like, is Bitcoin more scarce or less scarce than XRP? Because depending on how you look at it, I can see both ways. Like, hey, right now the market cap of Bitcoin is higher, but it is more or less scarce than XRP technically, because there's more money out there for people to get into Bitcoin than there is to XRP. Like, you could, like, the market cap of Bitcoin is 1.8 trillion. The market cap of XRP is 146 billion. So it, like, technically XRP is more scarce than Bitcoin, because there's way more money when you multiply the price by the supply in Bitcoin than XRP. So David Schwartz talking about that brought up quite an interesting point, and I'm curious to see how that goes. So please give me your thoughts below on everything that we talked about today. I'd love to interact with you. Do you think XRP could hit $100? I'm very interested. I do think it's possible. The news today, quite bullish about XRP, even though the price is going down, even though the crypto sentiment and the fear is at a 38 is quite negative right now. I am staying positive. Are you guys staying positive? Let me know below. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time.